After 2 months, I'm back out on the trails. I'm out here today, going to be running through the George Washington National Forest. We're going to be running a few trails. I'm presently on one called Old Man's Run. The plan is to complete this trail, cut over to German River, and then pick up the Fort Sabert Trail. So we'll see if we're able to do it or not. If you watch my video from Long Run on the Vepco Road, you'll hear me talk about the regrading project that Dominion did. Old Man's Run was part of that. It's been regraded, so it's not exactly a challenging trail, although OnX shows it being a side-by-side and I think a 60-inch high-clearance 4x4 trail. It is most certainly not anymore because it's been regraded with enough room for vehicles to pass each other. So I'm out here today with Andy, who's got his brand new EcoDiesel Ram 1500. Let's take a quick look at it.
All right, so I still have the Xterra, but decided to take on a new project. Hence, 2022 Ram 1500 EcoDiesel. 33-gallon tank, optimal conditions. I should have a 700+ mile range. It's a Rebel package, so from the factory it has a 1-inch lift, but we're going to be eventually bringing that up to a total of a 6-inch lift. Throw it on some 37s, bed rack, rooftop tent on the rack, and probably throw a roof rack on there for some additional storage space.
The truck is super nice, and you'll definitely be seeing it on the channel more, and we'll probably be doing some videos of it when we do equipment installs as he builds it out. Old Man's Run is a 4-mile trail that's located in Virginia's George Washington National Forest, about a half hour from Harrisonburg. The trail runs from Little Dry River Road and connects to the German River Trail. The George Washington National Forest is by far the area of the East Coast that I've spent the most time exploring over the years, and I never tire of riding these trails. Things have been a little hectic lately, and it's kept me from being able to get back out on the trails on a regular basis. So shooting trail videos has been a little inconsistent lately, but I'm out here today and I'm really enjoying it. I'm really glad to be out here. Due to the regrading of the trail that was done by Dominion Energy, the majority of Old Man's Run is now little more than smooth gravel road. This side trail, which is used to access the overhead transmission lines, is usually gated. Since it's open today, we couldn't resist detouring to check it out. If you've been watching the channel for any time, you'll know that I'm not real big on trashing trails and littering and stuff like that, but this is just funny. Apparently somebody's using this as a target. I don't know, what is that, about a C cup maybe? This tree's got about a C cup. Funny or not, I am cleaning it up and throwing it away. The matching panties are in there. By the way, it's a 38D. venturing down this side trail, we were finding good mountain views, but only more smoothed out gravel road. We started out with a sunny day, but the sky was beginning to get cloudy. As we'd see in a couple of hours, those clouds would bring some light snowfall with them. It's starting to get pretty windy out here. So as I mentioned, this was regraded for the Dominion project when they replaced the power lines, the transmission lines. That are they. And they kind of really screwed this trail up, but the views out here are still pretty good. Check this out. Yeah. You really can't beat that. The side trail soon ended, and we'd already spent too much time seeing where it went. So it was time to backtrack and get back on the main trail. So Dominion didn't regrade the entire Old Man's Run trail. About the last quarter of it is still in its original condition, and we've just crossed onto that section. It's not difficult, but it is still more like an actual trail rather than a glorified gravel road. Making it past the regraded section, we were finally on what felt like an actual Forest Service road. The upper section of Old Man's Run is mainly dirt and rocks, with a few small stream crossings. It represents a fairly typical Virginia trail. This is the first viable campsite that I've seen so far on this trip, and it's right at the intersection of Old Man's Run and German River. It's got a fire ring out here already, and it is creekside, so it does seem like a pretty decent campsite, although it is right off the main trail. I've waypointed it, so if you want the coordinates for it, head over to patreon.com/defiantoffroad. Like I said, we're at the intersection of German River. We're gonna hop on there and keep making our way down the trail system. Forest Road 232, or German River as it's known as, is a 9-mile long trail. In Onyx Off-Road, it's rated as a 5 out of 10 difficulty, and I can tell you that that rating is a gross exaggeration. The upper section of the German River Trail is signed as private property, and the motor vehicle use map reflects that as well. So we're getting on the trail at Old Man's Run, which is well past any private property. I was about to set the camera up to do a shot, but that tree is on that tree and it's creaking, so we're just gonna get on out of here. As we make our way further down German River, the snow flurries that we've been seeing for the past 20 minutes or so were starting to become a steady light snow. Most of German River showed signs of severe storm damage, with countless trees down. It was obvious that the trail had been blocked by several of these downed trees, but they had long been cut and cleared. It looked like most of the damage had been caused by straight-line winds, but whatever caused it, it looked like it must have been one hell of a storm. Making our way further down the trail, the clouds cleared and the early evening sun peeked out. This would prove to only be temporary, though. We continued to see uprooted trees, and as much as I love storm chasing in severe weather, I'm glad that we weren't out here when whatever caused this rolled through. As sunset approached, the clouds returned, and so did the snow. This made for truly wonderful scenery as the sun went down. Well, they say be prepared for snow at any time in the mountains during the winter. And they are correct, because there was no snow in the forecast today. And it snowed. That's pretty cool. I wasn't expecting snow. With the sun now set and night rapidly approaching, we near the end of today's adventure. It's been a fun day exploring familiar territory with my friends. And even though this trip is almost over, there was still a little fun left to be had on German River. we've had a slight change of plans. We were originally going to take the Fort Sabert Trail all the way out into West Virginia and come back, but because we got a little behind spending an hour plus recovering a drone that was stuck 20 feet off the ground in a tree, and got a little carried away exploring a side trail that's usually gated off out here. We're a little bit far behind. It's after sunset now, so it's getting dark. So we're actually going to pick up Long Run and head on out of here and get back home. There's Hall Spring, and there's the side trail that we came up. So Long Run, I'm not really going to record much because I just shot a video on Long Run back in December, so check that out. No real sense in me shooting more footage of the same trail 2 months after I did it before. So we're going to go ahead and shut the cameras down, make some time here on Long Run, and get home. If you've watched this long, you might as well go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel. I have a goal for 2025, and that's to finish the year with 75,000 subscribers. That may prove to be a bit of a lofty goal, but I said 50,000 for 24, and I thought that was lofty, and I made it. So it's up to you guys whether or not I make it. So if you're not subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and until next time, this has been Defiant Off-Road. I know I said I was done filming, but on the way out on Long Run, I spotted this amazing campsite just off the trail. And I literally hit the brakes and backed up to come to it. Wow, this campsite is awesome. And there's the trail back there, so you can see the headlights from our vehicle. So it's got pretty good privacy. A little fire ring. Nobody's going to see you back here if you choose to camp here. It's really cool, but here's the best part. Look at that view. Wow. Yeah, this is a pretty good campsite. I'm glad I stopped and came back to it. I think I am going to camp in this one day. I'm going to waypoint it though, so you know the routine. If you want the coordinates for it, head over to patreon.com/defiantoffroad. It'll be there within a day or two after I finish this trip. I keep saying that I'm done filming, but I keep finding awesome campsites. So we're in another one. This one might be better than the last one. Yeah, check this out. There's room in here for, I don't know. What do you think? Like 8 vehicles?
Easily 7, 8 vehicles.
Yeah, this is a pretty awesome campsite. So needless to say, I'm going to waypoint it as well.